All right.
We are live.
We're on.
We're on.
Episode 6, we're talking about the best wide receiver cores today. In the NFL, we're also going to go over the New York Giants schedule and decide what games they are winning or losing.
That would be fun.
Mostly losing, let's be honest.
I have faith.
Dave has faith in Eli Manning, who's not playing.
You just
anymore.
gotta believe.
Oh my god. So, yes, we are doing that. There we go. I've got to do this love. Oh, I'm so tired today. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't even tell you how tired I am right now.
Oh my god.
I was taking a nap right before the stream, which is a horrible idea. I'm probably never going to do that again. Horrible idea. And to tell you, my body was out like it was going to wake up tomorrow. It was. Like, oh, you're asleep right now. You're waking up tomorrow. Okay. Then I woke up at like 55.
I'm looking at your YouTube page, the title. You should have named it Return of the Podcast.
For the podcast.
Episode 6.
Return of the podcast. True. It's true. I could have.
Should have.
Oh, and I woke up and saw, I didn't even know what I was doing. I woke up and I was like, what am I doing at 9? What am I doing at 9? I was like yelling at Kim. I was like, Kim, what am I doing at 9? I'm doing something at 9. She was like, waking up? I was like, no, there's something I'm doing at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
Will, what's up, baby?
You were going to stand me up.
Dude, I was out. I'm not even going to lie to you right now. I was so
Someone
out.
telling me I probably would have done the podcast without you. I'm committed. Is that Prime?
Yes.
What's with people in Prime? I don't get the appeal.
I just do it because it's hydration and it tastes pretty good, actually. My bad for not being here last week, Will. Let me tell you how mad we are right now. We're so mad at you.
Tyler, I thought we agreed not to let him in today.
We're not even gonna let you in today. I don't even know how you're here. Just kidding, Will. No, Will, we appreciate you, my man. We appreciate you and hopping in chat when you can and being here. We appreciate that very, very much. We hope you and Bella are doing great. We're going over top wide receiver cores today. Might not be here the whole time this week either. Listen, Will, don't make me cry myself to sleep tonight, okay? All right? You're just... Dave's already, Dave's already going to do that. So rockabye, baby, rockabye. All right, first things first, let's go over the New York Giants schedule. You know what else we could do, Will? We could go over the 49ers schedule and see what we think their win-loss record will be this year, too.
Win. That was easy.
Mostly wins, not going to lie to you. Mostly wins. New York Giants schedule. Hang on, I'm pulling it up now. Make sure I have an accurate one. 4. Let's say, why that song stuck in my head right now, guys? I have no freaking clue. Is this?
Yeah, just go ahead. Just keep singing it more.
Dave, you want to sing for me, baby?
Sure.
Sing for me, baby.
This is killing me, and I
Copyright. YouTube thinks that is actually Backstreet Boys or NSYNC or whoever that is.
That's not even Backstreet Boys. That's Britney Spears.
Dave, the fact that you know that blows my mind, and also blows my mind how well you know that. That is Britney Spears. You're correct.
Remember Hit Clips?
You would be a hit clip type kid.
No. Tori and Brianna were. And so they had that one hit clip for the stupid little thing.
Yeah, it only plays like 30 seconds. Do you remember that hit clips? It didn't even play the whole song. Yo, let's play some hit clips, bro. That was such a letdown.
They only play that song.
And they never told anyone that it was only that. I'm at a party with a bunch of people wearing...
One more time.
Hit clips. I'm dying.
Oh, shut up. I know you have a picture of that pink Barbie car that you were in.
You better believe it. All right, what is this 2024 schedule? What the heck? Giants 2024. Can I
not that hard to find, buddy.
Well, I'm looking for like a visual to make, nice looking for the chat to look at, but
okay.
That might be asking too much. New York Giants schedule. I'm just going to the website.
Wow.
Printable schedule. Here we go. Okay, 2024 printable schedule. And I'm not with you, I lose my mind.
Give me a sign.
Jesus Christ. Babe, did our window just break? I think our window just broke. Yes, it did. Okay. Okay.
I know a song that no millennial can resist singing, Tyler. You are. You want to say it.
You are.
My fire.
There we go. Look at that.
The one.
Beautiful. I just got it set up right between us there. It's not over. It's too late. I swear I should have been a country singer in my past life. All right, Dave, we've got the 2024 New York Giants schedule up on the screen right now. If you are on YouTube, you should be able to see it. Let's talk whether or not they're going to win or whether they're going to lose.
Don't wanna get you, baby.
Wait, guys, I quit again. All right, let's talk. Week 1, we're opening up against the
Vikings,
Minnesota Vikings, with probably starting a fresh contract with Justin Jefferson, which we'll talk about here shortly. So we've got the Minnesota Vikings versus the New York Giants. I think it's actually gonna be a good game.
Giants are home.
I don't have much promise for either of those teams. I think there's both teams are like 2 years in the hole at least for rebuilding their teams right now. So I personally think it's kind of a toss-up.
I think Minnesota's more like retooling more than rebuilding because they already had a decent team. I think they just had a run of bad luck last year, but I think they were always a decent team.
Yeah.
But I think we would call that retooling instead of rebuilding.
Okay.
But I would give the Giants the win just because I think J.J. McCarthy will probably be starting over Sam Darnold, and rookie quarterbacks seldom win their first game of the year.
Okay.
So that's one for the win column. Go Giants. I will be going to that game, so they better win, and better or not better yet, but unfortunately they'll be wearing that god awful century red uniform that game. So I'll be sitting at that ugly or staring at that ugly shit all day.
Let me know how you really feel. All right, so you think they're gonna win or they're gonna lose?
I think they're gonna win.
You think the Giants are gonna beat the Vikings? All right.
I'm calling it a win.
All right, so far they are 1-0.
That will be like they're one of the games that people are gonna be like, how did they win that game again?
So far,
Giants actually played pretty strong in the beginning of the year. Not gonna lie, except for last year.
All right, so far we've got them 1-0. We're moving on to week number 2, where they're facing the Washington Redskins. Believe it or not, I think they're gonna win again. Surprisingly, Giants have an easy schedule.
Let's go.
Giants very well could open up 2-0 into the 2024 season, which is kind of sad. Actually, I'm kind of mad at it. Kind of mad at it. All right,
get our hopes up.
So then the Giants will become 2-0. All right, then week 3, we're playing the Cleveland Browns. We will be away at the Cleveland Browns.
I'm gonna call that a loss.
That's a loss. The win streak of 2 in a row comes to a brutal end. Yeah, I can't see. I think it's almost too like Myles Garrett will possibly injure Daniel Jones. And then Daniel Jones will. You heard it here first, folks. All right? Daniel Jones is in big trouble over with the Browns at their stadium. Myles Garrett gets to him a couple times, roughs him up a little bit. We insert who? Drew Lock. He comes out.
DeVito.
You think DeVito? You think DeVito's going in over Lock? I feel like I don't know. They might throw in DeVito. DeVito's got more of the hype, more of the team behind him, I feel like. But whoever's coming in is coming out slanging. I feel like. I feel like that's the week. Daniel Jones gets hurt. Tommy DeVito comes in. Throwing cannolis, baby.
That's when we say we should have drafted J.J. McCarthy or even traded up for Drake May.
Yep. They'll already be talking about it like that was a horrible draft pick. Neighbors is great, but there's no one to throw to him. That's all they'll talk about that game. I'm telling you right now.
Neighbors will have all of like 10 catches at that point of the year.
Yep. So now we've got a roughed, beaten up Daniel Jones. We're paying $1 million something per touchdown he throws. And then we go off to the Dallas freaking Cowboys. We have a great secondary. And then whoever our quarterback is for that game, after he did great with the Cleveland Browns, going to come in and he's going to get killed by Micah Parsons. He's going to throw like 2 interceptions. And we're going to bring in our third string quarterback that game. I think we're going to go 2-2. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
2-2. All right. 2-2 so far with the Dallas Cowboys. And then we go to the Seahawks. The Seahawks have Drew Lock came from the Seahawks actually. He had a nice game last year playing the Eagles with Geno Smith out. He did a very good job.
Eagles had to for that.
Yeah. So Drew Lock might be playing that game.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna give this to the Seahawks. Just
Dave,
because
proud of you.
For past 2 years we played the Seahawks.
We suck against the Seahawks. Yeah, we really do suck against the Seahawks. Ever since the whole Tiki Barber versus Sean Alexander time, we've never done well against this.
Yeah.
Remember that time? It was like those were the top 2 running backs back in the day. All right, so then our amazing efforts of 2-0 drop all the way down to 2-3. And then we play against my 2 favorite teams will be playing each other. October 13th. We've got the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow comes to town.
Day after my nephew's birthday.
Yep. I don't see the Giants winning this game either.
Nope. That was a fast one.
Yeah. The Giants will drop to 2-4. However, the Cincinnati Bengals always start off a little slow, a little shaky, a little slow. They get their ish together towards the end of the year. And by the Cincinnati Bengals, I mean Joe Burrow.
I mean, I think this is the point of the year where Joe Burrow actually starts to.
I also think that too. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but the past 2 or 3 years he's been playing, he usually does that.
The Giants are a great springboard team. Sucky teams play us, and then they get like this big full burst of energy.
All right, so we lose to the Bengals, and we drop down to 2-4. All right, then we go and we play the Philadelphia Eagles, and it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul.
We are going to win that game.
We are not going to win that game.
We're going to win at least one game against the Eagles.
No, we're not winning against the Eagles.
We have to.
Dave, it's not that game. I'll tell you right now. 2-5. It's not that game. Maybe the second game I'll give you. We're 2-5.
The second game in Philly.
So we're starting off the season 2-5, Dave.
If we're gonna win, hold on. If we're gonna win against the Eagles, it's gonna be at home.
Why are we gonna win against the Eagles? In what element, what way, what shape or form are we gonna beat the Eagles?
Well,
traditionally, guess what, Dave? We suck against the Eagles. And guess what? Not only do we suck against the Eagles this year, we just suck in general this year. So
we beat them at the last game of the year last year, decidingly, we killed them. Our defense killed them last year at the end of the year, last game.
All right. Well, I don't think it's that game. Maybe the next game. We'll talk about it.
I don't know. The last game's in Philly.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk.
Not that game. That game we're losing. We're going down 2-5. Then we're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's a little hope. I'm leaving at 2-5. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to talk to me the next Eagles game.
We're beating the Steelers.
You think we're beating the Steelers?
Yes.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, who made it to the playoffs last year. Why do you think I just
made the playoffs? Did they ever have really a chance of winning?
I think we're gonna have pressure on the quarterback, but they have two quarterbacks that are very good at moving around the pocket, moving in and out. They've got Russell.
Justin Fields is not that good, and Russell Wilson is washed up.
All right, you think we'll beat the Steelers? Okay. All right. Okay. One can hope.
And we play the Redskins / Commanders again.
So then we're 3-5, and then we go and we play the Washington Commanders, commanding whatever they command.
Win streak. Hashtag win streak.
Yeah, I think they're going to be they're going to be the worst team in the NFL this year, I bet.
I don't know. I think the Panthers will be.
Panthers might be too. Not going to lie, too.
Jaden Daniels might pull an RG3 and get injured halfway through.
So we beat Washington 4-5. Magically 4-5 somehow. And then, wow, dude.
Let it roll.
Giants have a real easy schedule, man. They stupidly might get into the playoffs there because there's pure stupidity.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's possible. Let's see. That's what we're doing here right now. Let's see. Okay, and then after we beat the Washington Commanders, right? We're going into the Panthers. We're away at the Panthers, Carolina.
We're beating them.
I think we're beating them. Yeah, I think we're beating the Panthers. I think Bryce Young doesn't have a prayer against that defensive line we're going to have.
Nope. Brian Burns is going to have
Brian Burns.
That's right.
Whoop some butt. And then we go into the bye week. We're still going to lose somehow in the bye week.
Yeah.
Then we play Tampa.
We are terrible after bye week.
We have a home game with Tampa. I don't like Giants coming off of a bye week. I think we lose that game.
No, come on. We're winning that game.
Dave, just because you think I feel like anytime there's a chance, like we're not playing the Kansas City Chiefs, you go, no, we're gonna win.
That's all I have.
The Bucs are good, dude. The Bucs are good.
Hey, in the Baker equation, this is gonna be off year for Baker. Last year was a good year. The year before that was a bad year. The year before that was a good year. This is gonna be a bad year for Baker.
Well, guess what? Every year is a bad year for Daniel Jones. So,
not necessarily true.
I would say yes. And
do we always win with Daniel Jones?
Let's say yes. I don't think we're beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are beating Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Dave, if you had to bet all the money you have right now, whether we were winning or losing that game, you would confidently bet Giants over Buccaneers.
Absolutely.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
No, that's not true. I absolutely would.
All right. So then we win, and we're somehow 6-5 is what you're telling me?
Yes.
Gosh. This is so biased. You're so biased. It's not even funny.
No, I'm not.
Dave, you've already tried to convince me that we're going to beat the Steelers, the Buccaneers, and the Eagles.
Well, that's
Dave, the New York freaking Giants are going to beat... If you were alone doing this list right now, you would have put we beat the Steelers, the Eagles, and the Buccaneers.
We would beat the Eagles at least once, I think.
Stick your tongue out at me. Unbelievable. All right, we're 6-5. We somehow beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which we're not going to.
There is hope. There is hope.
No, there's biased Dave is what there is. Okay, and then we go and we're away playing the Cowboys. We're not beating the Cowboys this year.
No, absolutely not. You can't convince me we'll beat the Cowboys.
We're not beating the Cowboys this year.
And that's on Thanksgiving.
Dak Prescott took notes of everyone talking shit this year. Dak Prescott's going to make an MVP run this year again. He made it. He already played better. Pardon me. He already played better than the MVP last year, but no one wants to give it to him because he messed up in the playoffs again, which blows my mind. Everyone goes, "Oh, he's a horrible quarterback."
It's amazing. I think is absurd.
Yeah.
And you say that makes sense, really.
What?
Dak Prescott.
What about it?
Just saying his name just fills me with, really? Dak Prescott?
What about it? What's wrong with Dak Prescott?
He's not that good. He's overrated.
Let me pull up Dak Prescott's stats from last year. Let me take a peek real fast. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's so bad." Oh. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott was like front runner for MVP up until the very end. No.
I'm flipping on my notebook.
Please. Yeah. He goes, "Oh, he's such a flop. He doesn't win Super Bowls." We've had neither did Tony Romo, so everyone can shut up.
I mean, Tony Romo wasn't that great of a quarterback either.
Right.
I like him better broadcaster.
Here's Dak Prescott's stats from last year. You ready? Guess how many yards he threw?
Doesn't matter. Overrated.
4,516 yards. Guess how many touchdowns he threw? 36. 36 touchdowns, Dave. Guess how many interceptions he threw? 9. Not overrated because he gets incredibly underrated and he's a great quarterback.
Incredibly soft schedule.
No, he had a fantastic year and everyone loves to talk crap about him. QB rating of 105.9. That's fantastic.
Soft.
Stupid. All right, so then we lose to the Cowboys. Dak Prescott poops on Dave. Everyone's happy. Then we lose to the Cowboys, and then we go and we play the New Orleans Saints.
That's another team we just haven't played well against lately. 2 years in a row we lost to them.
I think it's going to be 3 years in a row.
I think so too.
Then we're 6-7. Then we play the Ravens. We're not beating the Ravens.
Nope.
That's the quickest conversation of the day. Then we drop to 6-8. The fact we won 6 games is amazing to me.
We lose against the Ravens unless Lamar Jackson has to poop again. Remember that game?
Oh yeah, that was funny. Then we play against the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to get their stuff together. Plus, they have Kirk Cousins, another incredibly underrated quarterback.
Yeah.
You think we're going to beat the Falcons? I think we're going to lose to the Falcons.
I think we're going to lose to the Falcons.
Then we drop to 6-9. The Falcons, and then we play the Colts. I think the Colts are going to be a true playoff contender. I think the Colts this year will be as good as the Detroit Lions were last year.
I don't agree with that, but I do agree that we lose this game.
Okay, then we drop to
especially if Trent Richardson's healthy.
Yeah, we drop to 6-10. All right, and then we play the Eagles. Play the Eagles, Dave.
Give us the win, please. I can't watch us lose to the Eagles this many times.
We'll beat the Eagles once this year. We're gonna go 7-10.
It'll be the garbage. It's the garbage end of the season where no one it won't affect us or anybody.
Barkley's gonna beat our ass. So, all right. So we're going with the final record of 7-10 with the Giants. And I think that's generous. I think it's generous saying that we'll beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think it's generous saying we'll beat the Eagles once. And I think it's generous saying that we will beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's generous. I'm not there to punch you in the nose.
I think that's generous to be 7-10. What do you think?
Ye of little faith.
Right.
I look forward all summer to football season. Give me this. I need to hang on to something.
Let's look forward to being 7-10.
Let's look forward to being 7-10. I just wanted us to be competitive. Like, you don't understand beating the Eagles in the last game of the year last season brought me so much joy.
He's still
If I had to
smiling.
sit and watch another Eagles loss, I would
Still
have just
smiling about it. That's great.
I'm still smiling about it. Brought me such joy. I need joy in football, Tyler. I really do.
Oh my goodness.
Rutgers got thrown in the division with UCLA, USC, and then Washington. Rutgers ain't going nowhere. So I need something.
All right, so we're 7-10. Yep. We're 7-10. I think is a generous number for us.
Just gotta believe.
Oh, I could tell you do.
Just gotta believe.
All right. You want to do another team, or are we good?
Any other team is just gonna make me sad.
I know. They'll be better than us.
Yeah.
Let's do the Bengals. You want to do the Bengals, or do you want to do what's the team you enjoy?
I do enjoy the Chiefs. Let's do the Rams.
Oh, not the Rams. Let's start. We'll try the Chiefs. Chiefs will be a fun one to do, I think. In the Super Bowl champs. Chiefs 2024.
That's actually gonna be a great first game of the year. Ravens and Chiefs. That's the first game.
Why is that stupid song stuck in my... Was it?
What song?
And tell me, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't but a mistake. Now tell me, hello. I never want to hear you say,
okay.
I want it that way.
All right, I need the Chiefs schedule next. Go.
Will says, I'm at a party with a bunch of people wearing a sombrero.
Printable. Yeah. Their printable schedule is so bad compared to ours. The Giants was very friendly for our screen. (2024) schedule. That legible. I think so. Yeah. Yes. For now. Okay. Let's go Kansas City Chiefs. Restart my... All right, Kansas City Chiefs start off 0-0. Are you ready, Dave?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Dave, slide a little bit to your right if you don't mind. Other right. There you go.
That's my left.
It looks like right.
You gotta fight for your right.
It's not.
To
He didn't
party.
move. He just started singing. That's all he did.
What was that?
It's like cutting your face in half. I'm trying to make it nice, but it's not. Not really. Not the. I'm Jimmy Reagan. What we're doing right now. Dave, just slightly lean to your left. You said that's your right.
No, that's my left.
Okay, so okay. Go to your right. There you go. Thank you. No,
I feel like now I'm
it's
like
all
off center.
one big window. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. All right. I mean, people aren't really tuning in to look at your face, so yeah.
So mean.
Go then.
Mine, that's another option, but we'll keep going.
Yeah, if it's another option between starving and I don't know what.
All right, week number 1, Kansas City
I don't know
Chiefs.
where I was going with that one.
Chiefs have a tough schedule. Chiefs have a very tough schedule.
Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
It does. Chiefs, right off the rip, are playing the Baltimore Ravens. I think they lose.
Yeah, I think they lose. They lost to the Lions, and it really didn't
Yeah.
matter last.
I think they lose to the Ravens right up. Next
Yep.
week 2, they're playing the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they win.
Yeah, I think they win. Too.
I think they win because the Bengals start off slow, and that's coming from a Bengals fan. I think they're going to beat the Bengals there. Are they at? Oh, no, Bengals are in Arrowhead. See y'all in Burrowhead. All right, so then they go 1-1. All right, then they play Atlanta.
They're winning.
They're going to beat Atlanta. They're going 2-1. Then they're playing the Chargers, who are going to be another horrible team this year.
Yes, absolutely.
They're going to go 3-1. Okay, moving down the line. Then they've got the Saints.
They're beating the Saints.
They're going to beat the Saints. They're going to have a hiccup somewhere, though. But
Not yet.
They are going to beat the Saints. They're now 4-1. Then they have a bye week into playing the San Francisco 49ers.
Oof, that's a tough one. I'll give that to San Fran.
Give it to San Fran. 4-2. They're now 4-2. Then they play the Las Vegas Raiders. They're going to win that.
Yep.
They're going to
They're gonna blow it.
Yeah, they're going to be 5-2. Then they play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Why do they even have a schedule at this point?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're going to win. They're going to become 6-2. Then they play the Denver Broncos.
And they're gonna beat that team too.
Yep. 7-2.
You know, Broncos might actually be the worst team this year.
Possibly. You're right. Then they play the Buffalo Bills.
They beat the Bills.
I think the Bills struggle this year.
Yeah.
8-2 Kansas City Chiefs. Then they play the very good team of the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. Good one. You know, you're not really a funny guy, but that one's actually funny.
9-2. Then they play the Las Vegas Raiders again. 10-2. Then they play the Cleveland Browns.
And they beat them.
You think they're going to beat the Browns?
Yep.
11-2. Wow.
Yeah.
And then here's a good match. This is going to be prime time football, baby. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Houston Texans.
I think the Texans are gonna lose.
I think
Chiefs
so.
win.
I think so too.
It's like slow down. Slow down, you Stroudsters.
12-2 for the Houston Texans. I mean, for the Chiefs. 12-2. Then they play the ever deadly Pittsburgh Steelers.
Just give them the third championship. Why not?
13-2. Dave, you're so biased. That's not even funny. Then they play the Denver Broncos. 14-2. All right,
Road.
we're looking at 14-2 for them. I think they'll be more realistically 13-3. I think they have a hiccup somewhere.
You know me. I used to be a
Oh,
pretty big Steelers fan with Le'Veon Bell, Ben Roethlisberger, like all those guys for a long ass time. I don't see it. You believe?
No, I'm
you
not
have too
saying
much
this.
faith.
I'm not saying the Steelers. I'm saying one of those games. I think there's a hiccup somewhere. I think it might be with the Buccaneers. A game they should have won, but they don't.
Just no.
I don't think it'd be the Texans. What do you mean, just no? They weren't that good last year, but they still won. I think Travis Kelce has Taylor Swift's thumb up his butt too much this year.
They're funny. Sad.
It's a thing. Funny. It's a thing. He's got way too much spotlight now. He thinks he's actually funny. Thinks his jokes actually work, and they don't.
I mean, the real person suffering here is Kim, who has to live with this all the time.
All the time. All the time.
Kim,
all right.
My heart goes.
14-2. 14-2.
Jeez. This is not fair. See, the Giants were more fun because at least we could debate about this.
Yeah, that we went through that list real fast.
Yeah.
14-2. All right, now let's do for the prime time what we've been dying to do the whole entire episode. Let's get into the.
Oh, there's one more game left on the Chiefs.
No, we did it. Wait, 14-2. We missed something.
Game.
Oh, it was the Broncos. 15-2.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it, Tyler.
We are. We'll be all right. All right, here we go. Go, Dave. You're now going to do. That didn't work. Oh. Actually, wait. No, this. Good. All right, we're gonna do the wide receiver core now, Dave.
All right.
Wait, these are just wide receivers, not the wide receivers.
You know, it's a shame that Justin Jefferson's staying in Minnesota, because what could have been had he gone to the Broncos?
Oh, I'm so mad about it. If not Broncos, but
something tells me the league.
He got bought out, in my opinion. Obviously, he got bought out. He got bought out, in my opinion. I'm mad at Justin Jefferson a little bit. Was it a great money move for him? Yes. $140 million is obviously a fantastic money move. Highest paid non-quarterback athlete ever in the history of the NFL. I think it's a great move, but I think it was a bad move for Justin Jefferson, who is a generational talent at the position of wide receiver, where if he wanted to go break records and win Super Bowls, I don't think he's going to do it with the Minnesota Vikings.
So here's a good segue. Is it a good contract, or is it? Or I mean, do you think he deserves that amount? Because he hasn't even won a Super Bowl yet, much less a playoff game.
It's not. He's not his position. If he's a quarterback, that's different. As a wide receiver, it's not his. He's doing his part very, very well. He's doing his part. There's what more is he supposed to do?
But is he equivalent to like Jerry Rice and the 49ers? The Jerry 49ers without Jerry Rice, especially those later years, do they win a Super Bowl without him?
But no, of course not. But they also don't win one
So
without Joe Montana. They also don't win one without their offensive line. They also don't win without their defensive line. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think
if you took the third best wide receiver during that time and replaced Jerry Rice with him, yeah, I don't think they would have won a playoff or won the Super Bowls.
I think Justin Jefferson is definitely the best receiver in the league, but I also think that it might hamstring them to pay him that much money when they really have no one else around him. It's kind of the mistake they almost made with Stephon. They almost made a mistake with Stephon Diggs, but they let him walk because it was going to cost too much.
Yeah.
And at that point, Stephon Diggs is about the same level of talent as Jefferson. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to pay wide receivers that amount of money because even though they're really sought after right now in today's NFL,
Right.
yeah, you really can never really justify the amount that you pay them. Especially when you say that, oh well, they don't really do much in getting a Super Bowl. So if they don't mean that much, why do they pay them that amount? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, he hasn't proven anything really, except for being good at his position. But
Yeah. I think he can still break records with the Vikings, but that's assuming if JJ McCarthy lives up to any sort of expectation. He had a better chance with Kirk Cousins, I think. I mean, think of Odell with Eli. Had Odell stayed with the Giants, he would have definitely broke receiving records. With Eli. That is, with Eli.
all right. I've got rankings up.
Are these updated receiving cores?
It's just I'm just using the team logos for the tier list.
Okay.
All
Gotcha.
I'm doing. So we're gonna do S, A, B, C, D, E, and F rank.
Okay.
S though I'm gonna switch with the best, or number 1.
Okay.
And then this
Okay.
I'm gonna put elite. And we'll put good. Not bad.
I think instead of not bad shows promise.
Shows promise. And bad next. Bad. And I'm gonna do trash. And then I'm gonna do DJ is my QB. And that's that. That's the way it's gonna go.
I don't know. I think you should put my team has no QB because there's a couple teams that you can put down up there.
Uh-huh.
My team has no QB.
Yeah, I could put that. No QB. Okay. All right. Here we go. Starting off, we have the Buffalo Bills.
Oof. Ooh. I would put them in good category.
Buffalo Bills. No, I don't think so. Not anymore. They lost their top 2 guys. They signed someone who's like decent.
Okay. Something we have to establish. Are we including tight ends in
No, that's
core.
not a wide receiver core. Wide receiver
Okay,
core is
okay.
3.
All right, fine.
I'm putting bad.
Okay.
Last year it was good, maybe elite. I'd say bad now.
I won't fight that.
Yeah. Miami Dolphins,
I'm gonna put elite.
elite. Yep. Okay.
I actually might. You might convince me, depending on how this goes. Put them in the best.
Possibly. Yeah, I'll put elite. The New England Patriots, I would say trash.
No, QB.
No QB also. I mean, they have Drake May now. I would say they have a QB. I would say trash.
Go ahead, put him. Yeah, put him in trash.
Trash. Jets. New York Jets. What do you
Shows
think?
promise. I'm gonna say shows promise.
I agree with that
'Cause
too.
they don't have bad wide receivers. Garrett Wilson, great wide receiver.
Yeah.
Alan Lazard, middling.
They have they have a QB now. They have Aaron Rodgers. So there's
Yeah.
that. And they don't have anymore what's his name? Zach Wilson.
Elijah Moore. Or yeah, Zach Wilson.
Yeah. All right. Baltimore Ravens. This is a good one. Baltimore Ravens never have a good wide receiver for like the past ever.
I think this year they're going to be elite. Believe it or not.
Who?
Zay Flowers.
Who?
Zay Flowers.
How did he do last year?
He did great.
I don't know about that.
Fine, put him in good, but
Not
I'm telling
elite.
you,
They're not elite. There's for sure not elite. There was not a player on their team that got 1,000 yards last year.
Zay Flowers will.
Yeah, but he hasn't proved himself yet. You're just doing something off of gut feeling.
I have a big gut.
I know. We just saw you drinking the Pepsi. All right, I'm gonna put. I would say shows promise. Like they didn't do it yet, but they could. I would say that's showing promise to the T.
They had a pretty good wide receiver core last year, but fine, go ahead. Shows promise.
Who was good on their wide receiver core last year?
Again, Zay Flowers. They had Duvernay. He showed promise. They had Odell.
They'll maybe had 600 yards if I had to guess.
Fact check me on Zay Flowers.
Dave Flowers stats. Holding up now.
You know,
He didn't break 1,000 yards. Yeah, he had 858 yards, 5 touchdowns.
It'll improve. Down the stretch.
I'm doing
they did
show
better.
promise, showing promise,
Okay.
and I'll say the only reason for that is for Zay Flowers.
Okay.
All right, Cincinnati Bengals.
They got demoted to good.
Why? They didn't lose anyone yet.
Yeah, they
As
did. I mean, well,
as of
going
this
to.
moment, they have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. That's elite. They lost Tyler Boyd, but they
Go
picked
ahead,
up. They picked up. Just the fact for T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. That's elite.
Yeah.
The Browns. Who are they?
I'll put Peoples Jones, Amari Cooper.
Oh, Amari Cooper's a dog.
He is. But he's like a Devontae Adams. He's a really good wide receiver stuck on a middling core.
Yeah.
So I'll put,
But we're not basing the team. Amari Cooper's good, man. I would say good. What do you think?
yeah, I put good. Just because
of Amari Cooper, yeah.
Though I think they
Um,
got some down this year.
What about the Steelers?
Steelers, I'm gonna put bad.
Steelers bad?
Yeah.
Steelers bad. Yeah, I'd say so. Pickens, right? Is kind of their only
Yeah.
receiver. Ooh.
We already know.
Houston
Let's
Texans.
go elite. They're
Yo,
elite,
Brandon,
baby.
what's up? Texans, elite or number one? Literally what we're thinking about right now, Brandon. Brandon, what is up in the chat, by the way? But yeah, Houston Texans, at least elite, possibly number one.
Yeah. We'll save the number one for later. We'll just put him in elite right now.
I'd say elite. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we'll put them in elite, and then we'll decide. All right, who do we honestly think's in elite, the number
That's
one
right.
team?
That's what I think. We gotta. I lost my train of thought. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I got you. I'm picking up what you're
Yeah.
putting down. And then you put it down
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
but I'll pick it up again. It's okay. All right, Indianapolis Colts. I would say they have Josh Downs, right? And they have
Yep.
Michael Pittman's pretty good. I would say
Shows promise.
good or shows promise. Yeah. What do you think? Shows promise?
Yeah, I think shows promise.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Jacksonville
If you're into-
Jaguars. They just made some moves. Who is the starting receivers for the Jacksonville Jaguars? Texans are even hyped about wide receiver. Dude, Texans are.
Zay Jones.
Yeah. Yo, Brandon, the crazy thing about the Texans, Brandon, is like you don't know who the wide receiver one is. There's the veteran Stephon Diggs, who's clearly shown his worth throughout the years. Then there's the guy who finished the season last year and was their number one wide receiver, Nico Collins. And then there's the guy that Stroud says is his favorite wide receiver, which is Tank Dell, who started off hotter than Nico Collins last year. But dude, Nico Collins had like 190 yards a game. So it's like who and then they have Noah Brown, who's like who also had like a couple 100-yard games last year.
Especially when your GM asked you at the draft. This is what happened with Stroud. They asked him, "What wide receiver do you want?" And he said Tank Dell. That's pretty special.
Yeah. So that I was gonna make that point too, actually, Dave. Was they were recently asking like, all right, Stroud, if you were making like the ultimate team of current players, who would you have on that team? And he would I think he said Devontae Adams, and then I've got Tank Dell. He said Tank Dell.
Yeah.
He's like, then I've got Tank Dell. And then he said like Travis Kelce at tight end, and then running back. Christian McCaffrey for running back or something like that. Like he said that would be the team he had. He's mentioned Tank Dell and not the other two guys. But again, how often is he, connected with what's it called?
I mean, even
Stephon
outside
Diggs.
that, even outside them, they still have Noah Brown, who's actually decent, and then they have Robert Woods, who's also not. You can't sleep on him.
And then there's Robert Woods. Yeah, like they're so deep at the wide receiver position, and on top
Robert
of
Woods
that,
not as used to be, but I mean,
he's solid. He's probably a good
good bench player.
Good bench player for those younger guys like Nico and for Tank Dell. What year is Nico in now? Like 3 or something? I don't know.
This third year?
Yeah, something like that. No Texans fans or fantasy can even guess who will be the wide receiver one right now. I agree. Watch after all this, it ends up being like Noah Brown. Like,
I'd say Tank Dell.
Yeah, I've got a feeling Tank Dell, but I've got a feeling Tank Dell might be that injury-prone type player.
No, I don't think so.
He's
but
already injured,
Diggs,
for sure.
Diggs doesn't know what's coming. He thinks he's going to be wide receiver one.
No,
and then he's going to leave after one. I think he leaves the team after 1 year.
Yeah,
because he doesn't.
He might get traded mid-year.
Yeah,
I think he's coming in expecting he's still fresh in his steps compared to these other kids, and he's not. He's a little bit older now.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we got them at elite. Next is Jaguars. Who's that? People are shocked about Mechie's recovery. People are shocked about Mechie's recovery.
Yeah, that's right. They also have Mechie. Oh my god,
they're so deep at the wide receiver position.
Jeez.
Our gunshot injuries, though. Hey man, pull a Plaxico Burress,
Yeah.
Jags. Who do they have? Do they still have
Zay Jones, Calvin Ridley now on the Titans.
Yeah, they don't have Ridley anymore. Who was that other guy they picked from the Cardinals? They got someone. What was his name? Let me pull it up.
Oh, Marvin Jones. That's who it is. Marvin Jones Jr.
They had him for a little bit. And then they had a guy from the what's his name? From the Arizona Cardinals. Jags starting wide receivers. They gave him a contract that was actually too big. In my opinion. He did okay though. He had a decent little year, but Christian Kirk, that's the name.
That's what
they have Gabe Davis now. Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, and Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh, he's good.
But behind Brian Thomas Jr. is Devin Devin Duvernay, Parker
Duvernay.
Washington, Tim Jones. You got Evan Ingram, a tight end. They're
I put
they're almost show promise, almost good, but
Yeah.
they're not proven yet. That's a new mix. The only person still there from last year, I think, is Christian Kirk. Maybe I'm wrong.
Christian Kirk was there last year.
Yeah,
Last year they're a lot better, but I think shows promise.
shows promise. Yeah,
I think Brian Jr. will be pretty good.
yeah. Then we have
He's not as good.
the
shows-
Tennessee Titans. BTJ, Gabe Davis.
Calvin Ridley,
BTJ. Why am I drawing a blank on what
Ridley.
BTJ means?
BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr., Gabe Davis. Oh, okay, I get it. BTJ. What kind of lingo is that, Brandon? God. All right, Tennessee Titans. They have Hopkins, and that's really it.
DeAndre Hopkins and Calvin Ridley.
And Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty solid. I mean, they're older, but
they have no quarterback.
they have no quarterback. I'm gonna go no quarterback actually. No QB. Yeah, they've got Hopkins, who's older, obviously off steroids now, and yeah, no quarterback. Denver Broncos is
No quarterback. I
no
don't think they even
quarterback
have
and trash all at the same
Yeah,
time.
I don't think they even have a wide receiver room anymore.
No,
They got Judy or Sutton.
And
They got
he-
whatever.
Judy was horrible.
Yeah.
Judy was so bad. He was talking trash with was it Steve Smith Sr., right?
He was pretty overhyped.
I'm gonna put
His
them in
entire-
trash. I feel
Yeah.
like I should switch no QB and trash. Like it'd be worse
Right.
to be trash than no QB.
I think you should.
Yeah. Adding Ridley counts
Yeah, or
and shows
State
promise.
Broncos.
Yeah, I agree with that. Oregon State Broncos.
Yeah, basically.
I feel like there's college teams that could beat the Broncos this year. Them and Carolina, and maybe Washington. All right, there we go. I switched no QB and trash.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is interesting. We're not talking about the quarterback. We're talking about the wide receivers. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Xavier Worthy.
They were horrible last year. Like half of the first half of the year, they were dropping
Rush-
everything except for Rice.
Rashi Rice, and now they have Xavier Worthy.
They extended McCole Hardman too.
Yeah. And they also have what's his face? No, they got rid of Valdez Scantling. I'm gonna put them in good.
Are they? Take away their quarterback, Dave. Right? Take away their quarterback and put in another quarterback. How good is that wide receiver core?
Xavier Worthy is the second coming of Tyreek Hill.
Says who? What? Showing what? What do you?
And
No, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that.
nobody knows.
No, I guess. All right, good. Definitely not elite. Shows promise. Rice is showing promise for sure.
Even Brandon says good. They have Hollywood Brown.
All right,
who-
all right. I'm doing this for Brandon. Then we're doing good. Fine.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh God. Um, and the Raiders.
Poor Devontae Adams.
Oh, Devontae Adams. I was drawing a blank.
Poor
He's
Devontae
good,
Adams.
but we're not talking about the quarterback though. We're talking about who the. I would say almost no QB, but that's also
I'm-
disrespecting Devontae Adams and
Uh,
Hunter Renfro.
Yeah. Poor Hunter Renfro. They could have had better if they had Henry Ruggs the third
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
I'm gonna put no QB.
We'll put no QB also. Yeah, I agree. Well, they did get. I don't think he's starting though, but they picked up Gardner Minshew. Are they going to
Yeah,
start Aiden O'Connell over Gardner Minshew? Gardner did pretty well last
They're
year
gonna
with
let
the
him-
Colts.
They're gonna let him fight it out. I don't think it's really.
I hope
known
Gardner
yet.
wins. I like Gardner. He's fun.
He's interesting for sure.
This team has no wide receivers. This is possibly the worst wide receiver core in the league. The Chargers.
Chargers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Put 'em in
Trash.
trash.
Great
Quentin
quarterback. No wide receivers though. Trash
Quentin
on the
Johnson.
dash.
Ooh. When Quentin Johnston's your only wide receiver left, that's
That's-
bad.
Who's that? Like,
He was their big rookie signing from last year, and let's just say this: out of all wide receivers that were taken, like Jackson Jigba Smith, Dave Flowers, Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnson was the worst.
Yeah. Dallas Cowboys. Are they elite or are they good? CeeDee Lamb is an elite wide receiver, top 3 wide receiver in the league. But who's this company though?
Brandon Cooks and Robert Turpin.
And Turpin. Yeah, they got rid of Gallup, right? I don't think they have Gallup anymore.
Yeah. I would put him good.
I think Cooks had like 600 yards last year.
Yeah.
Brandon.
I'd put him in good. It's really one wide receiver.
It's just really one good wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Cooks had 657 yards. That's not impressive. What is impressive, though, is Cooks had 8 touchdowns last year.
Those were like goal line or whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, man. I don't see you with 8 touchdowns. Yeah, I'll go good. Just because of CeeDee Lamb. Go good with the Cowboys. They were elite. Ooh, dude, when they had CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper,
yeah,
that
they
was
were
a
good.
problem. Yeah, would be elite if they had more depth. I agree. Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb didn't really come into his own then.
Yeah, CeeDee he learned a lot. That's why he's good, actually.
He
Why CeeDee Lamb is so good right now is he learned a lot from Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is nasty. A lot of people say like he is not respected as much as he should be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of corners. I think I think Sauce Gardner said he was like, yeah, I don't like guarding Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people talk about him like, no, he's good.
Do you remember Amari Cooper having a 250-yard game last year?
Yeah, dude, he's a dog. I'm telling you.
He was on my fantasy team last year. Got me mega points.
Brandon in chat goes, let's go, Brandon Cooks. All right. New York Giants. Are we doing no quarterback? They're a mixture
Shows promise. Malik Neighbors
is the only thing showing promise right now. Maybe I'll give you Hyatt if he's even starting. And what quarterback do we have? Literally, the definition of no quarterback to me is the New York Giants. Malik Neighbors has not proven anything in the NFL yet.
But they still have Jalen Hyatt, who is gonna have a breakout year.
Why?
And then
why is he gonna? Who's throwing it to him to have a breakout year, Dave? Please tell me.
Again,
I'm telling you right now, Daniel Jones isn't doing it.
You hurt me, Tyler. Go ahead, show your freaking QB.
No QB. Cooper got a ton versus Texans weak defense, but got shut down when Stingley returned. I see. Eagles are elite.
Yeah, they're elite.
Eagles are elite. Not number 1 though. I'll safely say they're not number 1, but definitely elite.
No, Brown is easily, I would say, the best wide receiver in the NFC East. I know you'll fight me.
Brandon said New York City counts as no QB. Brandon, by the way, welcome to the channel. Dave and I are New York Giants fans. I can't stand the New York Giants right now though. At the same time, because I can't stand Daniel Jones. Dave has been on the 5-year bandwagon of this crap show we've been with Daniel Jones.
No, I look.
This year he's finally off of it though. He's finally off of it this year.
This year, yeah. I was off it most of last year too, but
halfway through the year we got him finally.
Yeah.
Washington.
Really would a bandwagon. I guess I love hopeless cases.
He's a hopeless romantic.
I am.
He's a hopeless romantic. That's what it is. Brandon, also, dude, if you didn't do so, subscribe to the channel, man. We love having people to talk to and chat, and you chiming in right now brings us all the joy. You can't tell, Dave is ecstatic. Just look at him.
Ask for a shout out.
Daniel Jones or Mac Jones, if you had to choose, honestly.
Ooh, that's a tough decision. I would probably go Daniel Jones.
No, I would go Mac Jones.
Mac Jones can't move.
I would go Mac Jones. Daniel Jones is too lanky and slow, and that's why we can't do anything because our offensive line is not good.
Whoa.
Dave, there's a difference between like
He's not
accelerating. He has
slow.
no accelerating speed. Top speed, he's really good once he's like gets his long
Dude.
freaking limbs running finally.
First year, he has a lot better rushing yards.
He doesn't have like bursts of speed. He doesn't have that. That's why Tyrod did better for us than Daniel Jones. Mac Jones has more burst speed than Daniel Jones.
Rushing. Daniel Jones did better in rushing.
That's besides the point. That's what I'm saying. Like, he shouldn't be rushing. He should be throwing the ball. He can move to Florida. I agree, Brandon. Washington's receiving core is actually not horrible.
No, I like their receiving core.
They're almost good, actually. It's just they literally have no QB. They do now, but it's I would say show promise now, right?
Yeah.
Because now they have who did they pick up? Not Penix.
They have Jaden Daniels.
That's right, yeah.
It's going to depend if he stays healthy, though. I still think he'll injure himself like RG3 pretty early.
All right. This is a good discussion right here, I think. Are the Bears elite or good?
Shows promise. They have done nothing yet.
Well, who do they have? DJ Moore. Keenan Allen.
Rome Odunze.
And Rome Odunze.
They've done nothing yet. Shows promise.
They've done nothing yet.
The only person you can really say objectively is DJ Moore.
Robert Griffin the fourth.
Yeah,
RG4 is what he put. That's funny.
You know, my cousin's a Commanders fan. I'm gonna text him like, hey, look, you guys have RG4.
RG4. I love it. I love it.
I love this. I'm gonna remember that.
The Bears. Keenan Allen's proven to be good. Keenan Allen has proven to be a stud. DJ Moore is pretty good. DJ Moore is a top 12 wide receiver in the league.
Mm.
He had one really good game last year. Remember that? 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, something like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Moore and Allen both performed last year. It's true, but working together and this team, and I'm calling it now, Caleb Williams is going to throw mad interceptions this year. On right now. I'm going to say
Shows promise.
Shows promise. We got a lot in shows promise.
I know. The NFL is just full of unfulfilled potential.
Yeah. Detroit Lions. I'd say are good.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra's stud. And then they have
Jameson Williams.
Who's the other guy? Not Laporta. Laporta's the
Laporta's the time. The other guy you're thinking
who's the other guy they have?
They let him go.
They did? Oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
I'd say good though, just for the fact of Amon-Ra.
Yeah, absolutely. He raises the level of the team.
Yep. Green Bay Packers.
Jared Goff would not be as successful if he was
Green Bay Packers. I'm going bad.
No! Oh my God! We keep on having this stupid conversation.
Brandon, I'm gonna have Brandon decide. Hang on. Brandon, can we steal your time?
No,
Hang on, wait. Hold up. Hold that thought, please, for 1 second.
They're actually good.
Hold up that thought for 1 second. Brandon, I'm gonna make my case, and David's gonna make his case. We are both very torn against the Green Bay Packers right now. All right? My case is very simple. There is no player on the Green Bay Packers that went for over 1,000 yards last year. All 3 of their starting wide receivers had very basic, average, below average seasons, like 600 yards, 600 yards, few touchdowns. That's it.
They were a revolving door of injuries.
Again, haven't proven anything. I'm going bad.
They've proven that they're all pretty solid wide receivers.
None of them.
No,
some of them have been around. Some of them been around. They haven't done anything. Those guys. It's not their first year. Not their first year playing. They have not had 1,000-yard. They have not had 1,000-yard seasons. Go ahead, make your case now. I'm ready.
If you look at the revolving door of injuries, it did not nearly affect them as much as it should have with Jordan Love. Jordan Love, with a never-ending rotation wide receivers, put up a great year for his first year as a starter. All these receivers have shown they are solid individually. If you put them all together in a receiving core, I think they're actually a lot better than you put them make them out to be. Jaden Reed alone, pretty darn good. Christian Watson, pretty darn good. Romeo Dobbs, maybe a little bit unproven, but he's been clutch in certain situations. So I think you have to respect that, even though they may not be individual studs.
Respect what? What am I respecting?
They're pretty solid as a group.
Why do I have to respect that? You can't just say you can't just make a statement for me to respect something and not give me a stat about it. Please give me a stat. Let me know.
Solid, very solid option receiver where he doesn't have to force the ball to any one guy.
Christian Watson, 422 yards, 5 touchdowns. That is a bad wide receiver.
Again, injured times.
Let's look at Dobbs' stats. Dobbs, 674 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's not good.
Look at their performances week by week.
Nope, I'm not looking at that.
You're not going to get a picture.
I'm looking at the wide receiver. I'm not looking at the team. I'm looking at wide receivers.
Look at individual performances.
I'm telling you right now, they are not a good.
And I'm telling you they are.
Where are you seeing that they're good?
With my own 2 eyes, Tyler, you should use them.
Brandon said mid or shows promise. So you want? All right, I'll put shows promise only because Jordan Love shows promise. They're not good, Dave.
They are good.
Where? In what aspect? They're not good.
They don't make it to the playoffs, so they're not good. That's the bottom line too. Who else?
It has no. I'm not talking, Dave. We're talking about wide receiver cores. We're not talking about the whole team making it to the playoffs.
Aaron Jones definitely didn't get to the playoffs all by himself. The defense certainly did not get him to the playoffs. It was Jordan Love in the receiving core.
Well, I don't know where you're getting these imaginary stats that somehow.
They're not.
What's his name? Watson has over 500 yards a year. He doesn't.
They had solid individual performances.
You're so stupid right now. You are like, no, it's a good receiving core. I'm like, Dave, here's literally the stats. Here's literally the stats, and they're not good stats.
You're not looking at game by game. You're looking just at one number for the whole year.
Shows promise. You're being a fool right now. Are they at least becoming more efficient? That's what I'm saying.
They are.
I think shows promise. They should hopefully do better than 400 yards this year, right? We can hope.
Again, you cannot place one number considering that they were literally a revolving door all year.
Watson, 400 yards. Dobbs, 600 yards. Who's the other wide receiver?
Or in the middle of the year.
Who's the third wide receiver, Dave?
It's probably Christian Watson or Romeo Dobbs, depending. Like I said, it was a revolving door. There was really no one person who was really the number one receiver because they had to rely on every single one of them.
They ruined the hopes of all Cowboys fans. This is true. Minnesota Vikings. Ooh, are they elite or are they good? Minnesota Vikings. Are they elite or are they good?
I'm going to go elite.
Yeah, Addison's really good. Yeah, I'll go elite.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's the best wide receiver in the league.
By the way, Brandon, Cowboy fans ruin their own hopes and dreams by rooting for the Cowboys.
This is true, too. Atlanta Falcons. London is about the only thing going on over there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I want to say bad.
Yeah.
They have Kirk Cousins now. It is kind of showing promise, but that's showing promise at QB.
Yeah.
I'm going to put bad.
I mean, London can be better. He just was given to terrible quarterbacks.
I'll put bad. The Carolina Panthers.
Trash.
It was kind of the only good thing they had was Adam Thielen.
That wasn't much.
Yeah. Literally the only good thing they had was Adam Thielen and their defense. That was literally their whole team last year.
Yeah. And now they lost their defense with Burns.
Yeah, we'll say bad. New Orleans Saints. That one guy is overhyped.
They're good. Chris Olave. Rashid Shaheed.
I'd say show promise. Olave was way overhyped during fantasy football. Also, by the way, Brandon, we're going to be talking a lot of fantasy football when it gets closer to the season. Olave was...
I will pick up Olave just to
way overhyped.
No. Not
Troll and
overhyped
put
at all.
Falcons at no QB. That's hilarious because they have 2.
My team has two QBs.
Let's put this here. No QB. Literally
One
no
was
QB.
signed.
Yeah, I'll make a new category. Has 2 quarterbacks. Xavier Leggett. All right, New Orleans Saints. All right, I'll put good for.
I would honestly switch to Packers and Saints, but you're just an impossible human being.
I can't. I mean, my problem here is I'm putting Saints at good, and I see the Bears at show promise. I would say the Bears have a better wide receiver core than the Saints right now.
They haven't done shit yet. The Saints actually have a wide receiver core who's played for like the past 2 years.
Okay. Atlanta Hawks are drafting a QB at number 1 again next year. Watch, I'd die.
Yeah.
Buccaneers. Good. Was elite like 2 years ago. Godwin's kind of fizzled out a little bit. Mike Evans still kind of a stud. Good, right?
They have Russell. Yeah, I would give him good. I would definitely put him good.
Good. They're like an
Yeah.
old elite team that's now good, in my opinion.
That guy, that tight end, I know it's not related since wide receivers only, but Chris Odden, he's gonna be a good tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna be a good one, guys. You heard it here first from Dave.
Yeah, but you don't believe me about the Packers.
Nope, not at all.
The asshat.
Not one
You.
bit.
God.
The Arizona Cardinals. Trash. Well, they
No
drafted.
QB.
Oh no, they have Marvin Harrison Jr. So
Yeah.
possibly show promise.
I think they're still in at least a no QB.
No,
don't think Kyler-
Kyler's. If he's not injured, he's actually not too bad.
But again, I don't see anyone else outside Marvin Harrison Jr. I would put him bad.
All right, we'll do bad because they're also kind of not proven yet. The Rams. I want to say elite.
Yeah, I say elite.
I wouldn't think they're elite, but now I'm thinking about it, they're kind of elite.
Yeah.
The fact that
With
Cooper
just-
Kupp is wide receiver 2 is kind of scary.
Is he though? Is he?
Yeah,
Who's injured?
Puka was finishing stronger than him.
Well, Cup was battling an injury or lingering
Uh-huh.
injuries.
Ooh, here's a good one. San Francisco.
Elite.
I don't think so. I think they're good. I think they're very top. I think they're like the best one in the good category. I don't think they're elite though. I don't think they're to par with
They
those
are-
guys.
Are elite.
Remove
Ayuk?
Dave. Remove George Kittle from your head.
Okay, fine. You still have Debo,
Debo.
Juan Jennings. And they also just picked up that guy, Ricky Pearsall from Florida. They're going to be great.
Debo's stats. Let's see Debo's stats from last year.
Oh my.
Debo is 800 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Look at the losses that Niners had. Every single one of those losses.
Here we go again,
There's
guys.
no
Here's
Debo.
the
No-
random crap Dave's making
No
up.
Debo,
again.
no winning for the Niners. Where's Will to help
Here we
me
go,
out?
guys. Dave's just
Where's
making up
Will?
random stuff.
That's not true. No Debo, no wins for the Niners. It's true. Look it up.
All right, elite.
What do I always say? I drink Coke and I know things.
I'll give it to you. All right, we'll do elite. All right, Cards lost Hollywood Brown, but got Marvin Harrison. Correct. Cards get bonus points for beating Cowboys. This is true too, Brandon. I like you. All right, I don't care what Dave says. I like you.
I mean, I think the Cardinals get minus points for
Thanks.
losing to the Giants. Giants came back and beat them. by a
last
lot.
one, we've got the Seattle Seahawks.
They're good.
They're good. Metcalf's good. Metcalf's top 15 wide receiver, and I would say Tyler Lockett was good. Lost to step though last year.
DK Metcalf is being wasted on Geno Smith.
Dude,
Or by
imagine,
Geno.
you know what would be a dog of a team? DK Metcalf and Mike Evans on the same team.
Or DK Metcalf and Debo Samuel, the size of both of them.
But Debo's not tall though. Debo's not like lanky like Metcalf.
They're both super muscular.
Yes, but I'm talking
They're
about like
like-
big and lanky. I'm thinking of like they're basically tight ends at the wide receiver
Yeah.
position. Debo is not a tight end figure.
Look him up. I
Debo's
think
more of a
he-
wide receiver type. I'm sorry, a running back type figure. Dave, what are you? Are you okay? Do we need to talk?
You're not. You're not okay.
Debo's not like tall and lanky like DK Metcalf. Yeah, Dave, I'm taller than Debo.
Not bigger than Debo. That's for
No,
sure.
I'm not, but I'm saying I'm taller than Debo. Debo's not a big guy. Like Mike Evans is 6'4", DK Metcalf is 6'4".
You live right next to him. You can marry Mike Evans.
I can, and I probably will. Okay. Stroud has good eyes and was saying good things about Pearsall.
That's true.
Yeah, Stroud is good. Stroud's like, he was talking the other day about Matt Stafford. He was like, yo, Matt Stafford. He says he watches film not on Patrick Mahomes. He says he's like, I study film on Matthew Stafford. He says he does like actual tricks of the trade versus Mahomes is just Mahomes. Natural ability to like just make shit happen type thing.
Things that they'll never coach.
Yeah, like here's how you throw a sidearm while you're 2 inches off the ground. Patrick Mahomes.
All right. That was very painful to get through. Wow, we have look at our spread here.
Seahawks. Yeah. Oh, who's number one? We got to finish this off. I'm gonna say it's a toss up between
my top two.
So
I'm
Dolphins have OBJ now. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. My top three are the Dolphins, the Texans,
and Texans.
And I will say
the
49ers.
49ers. I will come through this screen so fast, Dave. I swear I will.
Look, I love Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but without Tyler Boyd.
No, I don't think they're number one. They're not the number one wide receiver core right now, especially with Tyler Boyd out.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, if you look at the core as a whole, they're not as deep as they used to be. The 49ers are deeper than the Bengals.
How big was Dave? Okay, gotcha.
They're not as deep as the Bengals.
They're not as deep, guys. All right, everyone got that?
Or the Bengals are deep as the Niners. Sorry.
Not as deep as the Niners. Okay. Dave likes a good Niner, okay?
You never been a 9 in your life.
Because I'm always a 10, baby.
Yeah, okay.
Which core performs or teams over 500? True. I'm gonna go. Dolphins are the number one wide receiving core right now. Proven. I would say proven Dolphins.
Yeah, I think we can.
Texans could very easily take that spot though this year. Like I would be surprised if the Texans don't.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, but they're not proven yet. They're not proven.
True.
There's also, Addison and Justin Jefferson are a problem. Oh, but
they are. But what
are we doing? Why are the Vikings in elite? We should not have them in elite, in my opinion. They should be good because of their quarterback. When they had Kirk Cousins, sure.
But Jefferson and Addison, I mean, Jefferson has to be worth like 3 great wide receivers.
I got it. All right. I'll give it to you.
But they're
Dolphins
not.
were 1-7 versus teams over 500. That's true.
Dolphins.
That's true. Dolphins are also a very young team. I mean, except for Mustard. Yeah. All right. I think we got a good list. I would say Dolphins are proven number one, but I would be, I'm going to take Texans actually. I'm going to slide them up.
No. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Look at your.
Yeah, I would say Dolphins. We'll keep it there. We'll keep Dolphins there. I think that's a good looking list. Patriots, Broncos, Chargers at the bottom. No QB, the Raiders, Titans, and Giants. Bad. The Buffalo Bills, the Steelers, the Panthers, the Falcons, the Cardinals. Show promise. The Jets, the Ravens, the Colts, the Jags, the Commanders, the Bears. Dude, we got the Bears.
Well, we know what your opinion is.
You're true. You're right. You're right. They are not proven yet, though. So, Green Bay. Then we have good. We have.
Green Bay should be higher. I will
No, they
die
should
on
not.
that hill.
No, they should not.
I will die on that hill.
Nope, they should not.
I will take out my.
I can't wait to tell you at the end of this season how all of their wide receivers have less than 800 yards. I cannot wait to tell you. I can look you in the face and be like, Dave, I told you so. I cannot wait to tell this to you.
Warzone Bruin and die on that hill. Full send.
Let's go check out that hill. Bengals, yeah. AJ Brown. Yeah, everything looks good to me. I like it. Brandon, thank you again for chiming in. Hope to see you. We do this every Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern time. We do it for about an hour and a half, little podcast, and then we put out a bunch of like stupid, goofy shorts onto our channel.
Most of which make fun of me.
Mostly, yes, because I'm the one that edits them.
Don't think I haven't noticed.
Yeah, I'm the one that edits them. So, yeah, that's what happens. And yeah, man, we'd love to have you back. We are on Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's really it. We're gonna wrap this one up, and we also are going to do, once we get closer to the season, more fantasy football advice. And we're going to have a fantasy football league. We're trying to get some people in. Get about 10 members. We have not filled those spots. If you want in, let me know. We'll do that for there. And that's really it, man. I think Singletary is Barkley light. I think Singletary is going to be trash.
He'll be serviceable.
I think
Barkley.
I think whoever the backup is going to become the starter.
Brandon, this is what I have to deal with all the time. He's lucky he doesn't live near me anymore. Because right now, I'd be driving to his house.
There's a reason why I don't live near.
Honestly, right now, if he still lives near me, I'd be driving to his house right now and shitting on his lawn.
And then my mom would awkwardly be watching. Tyler, Dave's doing it again. Like, all right, I'll get the hose.
I know where you slept. I know where you slept too before you get to the house, so I do it right outside your window.
You know where I slept to. Just don't poop in my yard, okay? What kind of dog is this?
Well, Tyler, this was fun.
All right.
I just no words for Packers, but I'm sure it'll make great content.
Would you pick Packers in fantasy is the question. No, I think they are overhyped a little bit. I think the Jordan Love train's a little too high sailing right now. And I think Dave's on that train. He's wearing the conductor hat. He's driving it full. He's putting the coal in the back of it. Dave is full operational of that train.
Just way too high. Way too high. He says the Bills are bad.
Yeah.
Whatever. I wash my hands in this matter.
No, they're a good team, but that's it. They're just a good team. But okay. I do appreciate that they beat the Cowboys.
Yeah. Yes. Always.
Everyone could be accepted.
I am now.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Dave, am I play some Warzone?
Possibly. I still got to physically and mentally recover from this bad.
Okay, fine. All right, guys, we're out of here. Brandon, again, always a pleasure to have you on stream and chatting with us. Until next time, guys, we'll see you Friday, 9 p.m. next week.
Peace.
Awesome. Taste.